Next, we'll study percentages. Now, in LCAT, you get different variety of percentage questions. Sometimes they provide you with the percentage and you have to find the final value. Others, they provide you with the final answer and ask you to find the percentage change. And sometimes they also give you a chain of different percentage increases or decreases to trick you, but not anymore. Today, I will take you from each question and tell you how you can ace all of them. Let's start with a simple change in percentage, and you need to find the final answer. Initial value given, percentage unit also given, and you need to know the final value. It's very simple. Whatever percentage it gave you, simply convert it into decimal form and add 1. For example, 20% will be converted to 1.20. Yeah, that's it. Similarly, 15% would be 1.15. Now here I'm talking about increase. It's plus 20% plus 15%. And you simply need to multiply the initial value with this fraction, with this decimal, and it will give you the final answer. So multiply initial value with decimal. For example, x times 1.2 for 20% increment plus 20%. Now, what if it's negative 20%? What do you do then? Again, very simple. You just subtract 0.2 from 1. So previously it was 1 plus 0.2. Now it's 1 minus 0.2, which means you have 0.8. So what will happen for negative 40%? 1 minus 0.4, which is 0.6. That's it. You just have to multiply initial value with this decimal and that will give you the answer. Let's look at some examples. Find the increased price. So what do we do? Since it's an increase, the price has been increased by 35%. We'll multiply the initial price with 1.35. Now, you don't know how to solve, you don't have the calculator, no worries. Simply convert it into fraction. That is 135 over 100, right? And now you can cancel out with 5. So 5, 7, 35, 5 to the 10, to 7, and 5, 20. Can't find further simplification? Totally fine. Just look at the answers and you will get answers which is near to this box. And that's it. There are MCQs. You don't need to have decimal value. Next example. What if it decreased by 35% because of decreasing? You know what to do? 1 minus 0.5, which is equals to 0.65. So you multiply 0.65. Uh, so the price was 35, so you multiplied 35 with 0.65. And in the next step, you get rid of this decimal point because obviously you have to solve the options have fractions and you just want to get an idea. Let's cancel it up with 5. So 7 times 13 over 20. Look in the options and you will get the answer. Other type of questions are when you don't know the initial value, but you have the final value. So let's say the price was discounted by 15% and the new price is this. So, I mean, in general, it's like that. Initial is unknown. And you know the percentage change, you know the final value, what to do now? Simple. Simply divide. First find the decimal by the same parameters we did earlier and then divide instead of multiplication. So what happened in the previous t-shirt example, we first found the decimal which was 0.35 and then we multiplied it. But in this case, we will divide the initial value with this fraction. So let's suppose the change was negative 20% and the final value is 100. What do we do? First convert the percentage change into decimal. So what is negative 20% in decimal? I told you earlier, 1 minus 0.2, which is 0.8. The decimal is 0.8, so initial value would be final divided by the decimal. And that's it. That is your answer. Look at the MCQs, so you will have the same answer down there. Now, what happens if the change was positive 20%? Again, same method, convert it into decimal 1.2. That's it. Divide. Whenever you don't know the initial value, divide it. Okay. The initial value stands for divide. Okay. It says divide me. Okay. And when you want the final value, then multiply. That's it. That's all you need to know. And now let's cover one more example. You know, you went to shop, it offers 20% discount. And now a shirt costs $80, even after, 20% discount. And, yeah, and you were wondering, like, what was the original price if it was not on the discount? So you need the original value, the initial price. Okay. I mean, initially it's usually your velocity, but let's just say original price. Again, the simple convert 20%. So discount means a reduction of 10%. That means the percentage is negative 20%. And when you convert it into decimal, it would be 1 minus 0.2, which is 0.8. And now you need to find the original price, right? Not the final. Original price means divide. It says divide here. So you take the value, $80, and divide it with a fraction, which is 0.8. It gives you 100. And how do we get 100 without even a calculator? It's so simple. There is a decimal point below, and it cancels the decimal point cancels out with the zero mark. Yeah, first of all, you can write 80 divided by 8 times 10 to the power of -1. And then it goes in the numerator, it would be 80 times n divided by 8, and which gives you 100. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the original price was 100.